The SEC has finally approved a Bitcoin spot ETF, but it didn't come so easy with recent fake headlines and what's next for Bitcoin now. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop the latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Altcoin Buzz Alpha is proud to say that we now have a winning portfolio spread among different sectors. We're also very well positioned to get into good IDOs. What about airdrops? Check the number of airdrops we've received until now. Add to that the original Celestia airdrop and more coming. We've achieved all of this by giving many deep research, diversified calls. Check out our numbers in December. We now plan to reallocate profits to low caps, diversify to new sectors, get bigger airdrops, catch latest trends like Bitcoin and linear inscriptions, and DCA during market flushes. We've also recently introduced a yearly subscription on Patreon. If you subscribe to our yearly plan, you get 1 month's membership completely free. Check out Altcoin Buzz Alpha with the link down below. The price action on Bitcoin in the hour following has been extremely choppy and not what many expected, with most expecting some kind of huge green candle. That didn't happen because, well, most didn't even believe it was true, and that's because the fake headline that came out yesterday. Here's what happened.
Morgan, a bit of a twist here. The ETF decision, the SEC now saying that its Twitter and X account has been compromised. It has not made a decision yet on that Bitcoin ETF. We have a statement here from an SEC spokesperson saying that the SEC Gov Twitter/X account has been compromised. The unauthorized tweet regarding Bitcoin ETFs was not made by the SEC or its staff. Gary Gensler putting out a similar statement, the chair of the SEC there. But again, it does appear the SEC's account has been compromised and has not yet made a decision on a Bitcoin ETF.
Yesterday at around 4:15 p.m. EST, the SEC tweeted that all Bitcoin ETFs were approved and Bitcoin shot up instantly from 46,500 all the way to 48K before quickly dumping all the way down under 45K minutes later. After the dump, Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, came out on Twitter and said the SEC Twitter account had been hacked. And just a few minutes later, in what appears to be the fastest Twitter account recovery ever, the SEC regained control of their Twitter account and said yes, they had been hacked and the Bitcoin ETF was not approved. This led many to speculate that this was all planned and the SEC was not really hacked with how fast it got his Twitter account back. But instead, maybe they had just scheduled a tweet for the wrong day because the tweet looked very official and not what a normal crypto hacker usually puts. This led many to believe that some kind of intern or person at the SEC scheduled a tweet for the wrong day or is purposely trying to mess with the Bitcoin ETF news. Sicarius on X wrote, if the hacker had half a brain, he would have said the ETF was denied and got a negative 20% candle instead of this whipsaw. My money is on the intern clicking publish instead of schedule, and Gary's saving face calling it a Twitter hack while taking the intern out back to shoot him. Entrepreneur Anthony Scaramucci responded on X saying, I think Gensler is lying. I bet an employee screwed up and jumped the gun, and he's blaming it on X. And Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas responded to someone commenting saying that this sounds too SEC-ish. When crypto people prank, you can tell. Saying on TV right now talking about this, and yes, I think someone prepped a planned tweet and put the wrong date. Because the tweet would have made perfect sense tomorrow at this time, the language sounds too legit SEC-ish in my opinion, versus a crypto knucklehead pulling a prank, but I guess we'll see. However, later Elon Musk at X said they were looking into the hack, and that later the X safety account wrote on X saying, we can confirm that the SEC account was compromised and we've completed a preliminary investigation. The compromise was not due to any breach of X systems, but rather due to an unidentified individual obtaining control over a phone number associated with the SEC's account through a third party. We can also confirm that the account did not have two-factor authentication enabled at the time the account was compromised. We encourage all users to enable this extra layer of security. Now, it still could have been an inside job, but it seems that if it was, it had to be a lot more planned and coordinated. U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis wrote on X saying, fraudulent announcements like the one that was made on the SEC social media can manipulate markets. We need transparency on what happened. With Senator Bill Hagerty following up saying, just like the SEC would demand accountability from a public company if they made such a colossal market-making mistake, Congress needs answers on what just happened. This is unacceptable. Now today, the SEC has come out and officially said the Bitcoin ETF is approved. The most important parts of the statement are as follows from Gary Gensler. The Commission has approved the listing and trading of a number of spot Bitcoin exchange-traded product shares. The decision comes after the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia, after a previous disapproval, the GBTC, leading to a change in circumstances. The approval includes certain protections for investors, such as full disclosure requirements, listing and trading on registered national securities exchanges, and application of existing rules and standards of conduct. And the Commission is approving all the ETFs at the same time to create a level playing field for issuers and promote fairness and competition. Gary also made sure to add in the statement he still doesn't like crypto. Basically, everything is a security other than Bitcoin, and it's not financial advice from him. The day we've all waited for is finally here, and the Bitcoin ETFs will even start trading as soon as tomorrow. Now, what can we expect from the Bitcoin price from here? Well, it's really hard to know in the short term. We could dump, or BlackRock could pump it tomorrow to make a historical ETF opening day. No one really knows. But what we do know is that Bitcoin will do very well in the long run. Renowned author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, has adjusted his Bitcoin forecast, revising the target from 120,000 to 150,000. Kiyosaki wrote on X saying, "A Bitcoin ETF, yay, glad I bought years ago. Bitcoin to 150K soon, gold to the moon as central banks buy, store, and never sell. It's all good news except for losers who save fake fiat US dollars. I'll be buying more gold, silver, and Bitcoin with fake dollars." Robert Kiyosaki has been an ardent proponent of Bitcoin for a long time amid the devaluation of USD amid massive money printing. He's also been a fan of the Bitcoin ecosystem in general and believes that it's designed for the greater good of humanity. Our partners at Tectum offer what we believe is potentially the best scaling solution for Bitcoin. And with the ETF just around the corner, Tectum will benefit massively once it's approved. Why, you ask? Well, the reason is that their soft note technology offers super cheap and instant Bitcoin transactions. It's exactly what Bitcoin needs to scale. The market is finally waking up to what we've been talking about Tectum on this channel for the last 6 months. We've also just seen their token go up by 250% in just the last 14 days, from $10 to $35 and reaching an all-time high of $43 in the process. The best thing is that Tectum is not hype. They're delivering great technology and useful products to back their price together with a stellar team. For example, on January 1st, they launched their mainnet staking with a desirable 25% reward for 6 months. And the market agrees. As you can see, in just 10 days, they have $40 million in total value locked. Another value-generating step they're taking is helping products to build on their chain. They've received hundreds of applications for incubation, and just 3 days back, they announced their first incubation, Jobs 3, a decentralized version of hugely popular Fiverr and Upwork, matching freelancers and employees with clients and employers. And lastly, they've just announced that their website and WordPress plugin is in the final testing phase. This means that anyone with a website can get paid easily with Tectum's Bitcoin soft notes. It could work like PayPal for blockchain and become a massive competitor to the Lightning Network. For more information about Tectum, check out the links down below. With bullish sentiments looming over the crypto industry's imminent bull market, Polygon and its native Matic token are generating significant buzz. For the second day in a row, Polygon Proof of Stake has had a higher trading volume than Ethereum. In a post on X, Polygon co-founder Sandeep declared that Polygon Proof of Stake reached a higher volume than Ethereum by approximately $93,000. At the time of writing, Polygon is currently standing around 82 cents. This follows news that the Fox Corporation has partnered with Polygon to verify the accuracy of news content. As more and more deepfakes grow, their ability to mislead and sow distrust is becoming a major concern to security experts. A recent survey from McAfee found that the vast majority of Americans, about 84%, are worried about how deepfakes will be used in 2024, particularly where it concerns elections and addresses given by public figures. Several solutions to the deepfake problem have been proposed, from crypto watermarks to metadata, but none are perfect. But an increasing number of news organizations are coming around to the idea of blockchain tech as a means of verifying the content that came from a reliable source. Fox became the latest example, announcing today that it had partnered with Polygon Labs to release an open source protocol for media companies to register their articles, photographs, and more. Called Verify, Fox and Polygon are pitching the protocol as a means for outlets to protect their IP while letting consumers verify the authenticity of the content. The Verify protocol establishes the origin and history of origin journalism by cryptographically signing individual pieces of content onto the blockchain. That's it for Altcoin Buzz Update. I'm Russ Buffington. Thanks for watching.